What's up, guys? It's a Swingman here, back with another upload today. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update as far as my training for World Long Drive 2020, and basically just go through what I try to get done throughout the week in regards to my swing as well as my workouts. So as far as the swing goes, my swing feels awesome. Some of the big things I'm working on is obviously I want to gain speed. In control is the end game, but in order to gain speed, I had to gain some flexibility. So comparing my swing right now compared to when I first started long drive, there's a few notable differences. Now, first of all, I gained some muscle mass. If you compare myself today to when I first started competing, just been going to the gym for 2 months straight now, and really getting after it. So on top of the muscle, I got to gain mobility and flexibility. So I've been focusing on that. And if you look at the top of my swing here, the top of my swing, I'm able to extend that club further back around my body and start accelerating from a further point. So this has been really helping with my club head speed and my ball speed. So looking at my numbers on my charts, basically my max club head speed was in the 143 range on my flight scope when I first bought it back in late October. And if I look at my first 3 rounds, I didn't even touch 145. So going into today's session that I did, basically it's been a huge jump, and I actually hit 145 several times today, 8 times to be exact. I hit over 145 miles an hour. And as far as ball speed, I only hit 3 balls over 210 miles an hour in each of my first 3 sessions with the Flight Scope simulator since the end of October. And today I had 18 balls I hit over 210 miles an hour. So I'm really seeing the changes come into play with my speeds. And as far as accuracy, that's something that I've been tuning in. So I'll have days where if I'm feeling a little better, I'll be working on speed, and days where, I'm kind of sore and, I'm really not putting up the numbers that I would be trying to set any records, I'll be working on my control. So I've been trying to balance the two throughout the week, and I'm getting a lot more comfortable with how I line my body up and my approach. So basically, it's pretty simple. What I do is I almost pretend there's a ball about 3 inches closer to me on the same line where I line up, and then I step back. So that's where I start my back foot closed off a little bit when I line up with the ball, but I line up with the middle of the fairway, or at least I look down the middle of the fairway. And then when I load up to hit, I'm essentially just keeping the line of my shoulders and my left arm down the right side of the fairway. So I try to accelerate across that line, and it naturally brings my club head back. And because I'm closed off, I'm working from an inside-out approach, so it actually draws the ball. So I'm working on my high draw. I'm getting the launch angle up a little bit. I was much lower going into the off-season, and I had a lot more spin. So that's one thing in these indoor ranges that I think the Flight Scope's having a little difficulty picking up on is the actual spin rates. So what I'm noticing is if I use the white golf balls, I'm having a lot lower spin rates than I do with the colored ones. Don't know why, but I'm seeing some ridiculous numbers with the spin rates on some of these, up near 4,000 RPM. So I know it's just getting misreads as far as that goes. But for the most part, this thing's been fairly accurate and extremely helpful for my game. But yeah, so that's what's going on with my swing right now, and because I hit over 215 several times today, I'm starting to set new goals for myself. 215 was something I was aiming to hit every once in a while, and sitting above 210, and that was my goals going into March. I basically reached those goals today, and it's obviously making me change my goals for the next few months. So I'm basically going to set my goals up to be consistently above 214 is what I really want to be consistently above, and be touching above 220 by the time we get into March. So how I'm going to do that is obviously continue working on my my swing, my flexibility, and my mobility. On top of that, I will be entering into my second segment of my workouts next week. So up until this point, I spent the first about 5 weeks just getting my body back into the gym. My rep range was between 10 and 12, and I was separating my body parts for different days. And now, for the last 6 weeks, I've been decreasing the amount of reps to try to increase my weights. And that's kind of where I've been at for the last 6 weeks. So now moving forward, I'm basically going to go into a circuit type training where it's going to be about 2 days a week, maybe 3, depending on how I'm feeling, what's going to be more beneficial to me as far as schedule goes. But it's going to be high intensity, and it's going to be a lot of explosive workouts. So I'm very excited for the next 6 weeks and see how this affects my speeds. So that's what I got planned right now. Just booked a trip to Orlando, and I'll be going to the kickoff for World Long Drive at Topgolf in Orlando. So I'm very excited for that. That is January 20th or 19th, I believe. I'll be flying in the 19th. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. Next thing on the agenda as far as the long drive would be scheduling a club fitting, which I will be traveling down most likely to North Carolina to get fitted for my own driver, which I still have yet to do. These are all hand-me-down drivers that a good friend of mine, Mike Knox, sent to me. So that's what I've been hitting with, and I'm basically down to 3 drivers right now, and they're all used up a good amount. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below in regards to my workouts or my swing, anything you'd like to see me make a video of, and I'll definitely try to help you guys out as much as possible. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next upload.
I didn't die. Woo! Shit!